So a few years ago, I made a video on why I work out in the morning. And in this video, I'm going to go over why I no longer do that. Now the change from working out in the early morning to more of a midday to after work workout really has come down to one thing. I moved across the country. So yeah, I went from living in Texas all the way over to Washington State. And in that, I am now starting my workday much earlier than I used to. So the time difference between the two states is 2 hours. Now the company I work for is actually at the East Coast, so they start around 8 a.m. for the support that I do. But when working from Texas and then moving, I decided to just keep the same time slot and just end my day earlier. So now I get out around 3 p.m. instead. I do get an hour lunch, so I get around 3 p.m. my time now in Washington. So that allows me to do a bit more in the end of the day and still get to see outside in some good sunny weather. But it does sacrifice my early morning workouts, which I did enjoy. And many of the pros of working out in the morning still exist, where I feel like I kind of get my day started, have a bit more energy, and not have to rely on doing it after work, which was one of the main reasons I didn't do in the past, is because when my workday wrapped up, I just didn't want to work out. But now that I get out at around 3, I feel like I still have time to do so. So while there are days where I just don't really want to, I'm still able to mentally get into it and do the workout just fine. So again, the only reason I'm really able to do it is because the time frame at the end of the day has moved up and the morning routine has now backed down to where I'd have to get up at like 4 or 5 in order to fit in the workout before actually going to work. Now, one major pro is that I do work from home. I just work in customer support as my normal 9 to 5. Really, it's like 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., but just do know that is my normal day-to-day job, where then I do these videos after the fact. But again, the big change came from just the time difference and how I wanted to fit it into my schedule. So I don't really have anything for or against working out in the morning. I do kind of miss it sometimes, again, working out in the morning, because again, it was a good wake-up call for me, but now I'm not doing something like that. And because I do game late into the night, sleeping even less is probably a bad idea in terms of getting my good results. So again, there's that con as well. So overall, I like the change with the time frame I have. However, I do miss some things from working out in the morning. So while I might have recommended working out in the morning in the past, it really comes down to where it fits best in your schedule. Don't allow someone else to kind of tell you what's better or worse depending on that. Figure out what works best for you so that you can be most consistent in your week, as that's what's the most important when it comes to actually building muscle, being consistent, and getting in the workout you need to get the results you are looking for.